welcome to Grand Old Academy, starting chapter 5 of the demo. So let's get right into it. After dinner, we returned to our room and worked for the rest of the night until bed. The rest of the week passed fairly uneventfully. I started to develop a regular schedule and daily routine, which I found comforting. I would head to class first thing in the morning, then eat lunch either with Megan or by myself with a book. Finish up the rest of the day's classes, then head back to my room or to the library to do my homework. Megan spent several hours every night preparing for the next debate. This would be the first one she'd be moderating, and even though it was more than 3 weeks away, Megan was already throwing herself into full force. On Thursday night, I got an email from my mother. Hearing from her was a bit of a rare treat. Her job as an ambassador kept her so busy that she seldom had enough time to write to me. She wasn't the type to send a 1 or 2 sentence email. Her emails were practically novella length, detailing her life and asking me questions about mine. So writing them took her several hours. Writing my responses took equally long. I hate that picture. Once I finished reading her message, I began writing my reply, but after a few paragraphs, I paused. That big chemistry test is tomorrow, isn't it? I had been planning to study for it tonight. I glanced at my clock. It was already 8. If I wanted to be in bed by 10 and get a full night's sleep, I would have to choose between studying and finishing the email. Oh, great. The point of her coming to America was to go to school, and then, if you don't do school right, and then your parents get mad at you, like, why are you talking to me? Why aren't you studying? So we're going to study for the chemistry test. So I saved what I had already written on the email as a draft and closed my laptop. I was sure that my mother would understand if it took me a few days to reply to her. Besides, it would be nice if I could tell her how I aced my chemistry test instead of being forced to admit that I failed because I hadn't studied. Haha. I grabbed my textbook and my notes and set to work. Eventually, I heard the huge bell in the clock tower of Independence Hall chime 10. As always, the tone of the bell sounded strangely muted and fuzzy. I wondered when they were going to fix that big crack in it. I got ready for bed, confident that I was prepared for tomorrow's test. Friday was just as uneventful as the rest of the week had been. The chemistry test that I had been so worried about was actually pretty hard, but thanks to all my studying, I had a feeling that I did all right on it. By now, I had already become more confident in my classes, occasionally being bold enough to raise my hand and answer questions. And with the catch-up studying I had been doing throughout the week, I finally felt like I was understanding the material. At the end of the day, Mr. Reagan wished us a good weekend, and we all rushed to finish our cleaning chores as quickly as possible. Once I was done cleaning, I packed up and began to head back to my room, prepared for another night of studying. But once I left the Beltway Hall and felt the bright sun on my face and breathed in the cool, bracing air and heard the cheerful chatter of all of the other students around me and saw the beautiful, unfamiliar North American trees and flowers and shrubs on the lawn around me, you know what? I'm going to treat myself today. Treat yourself. I successfully finished my first week of classes at this new school, and I even made some friends. Things were going better for me than I had dared to imagine a few months ago and was worth celebrating. I turned around and started heading north. I was going to stop by the school store and buy myself something nice. I normally didn't like spending money frivolously. One of the many tidbits of advice that my mother gave me before sending me off at the airport in Kagoshima was that I should try to be generous to myself. After a leisurely stroll of a few minutes, I reached Big Apple Plaza. The square held the major shopping destinations on campus. There was a drugstore, a bank, a saloon, a small single-screen movie theater, all the kinds of stores that a student at a boarding school would normally travel to the nearest town to visit. But since the academy was a good distance away from a major town, we had these stores on campus. It was extremely convenient. Although, from what I gathered from the occasional grumbles of the students wandering through the plaza, the goods were quite overpriced. Some supply and demand, I supposed. The free market. Invisible hand. Or whatever. My destination today, though, was the store that was owned and run by the academy itself. It sold textbooks, school supplies, and various academy-themed school spirit items. I entered the store and was immediately greeted by the sight of the school mascot, an elephant, plastered on t-shirts, notebooks, scarves, hats, pennants, coasters, and dozens of other items. I browsed around for a while, waiting for something to stand out to me, and suddenly, Oh, keychains! On a display stand right in front of me hung an array of plastic and metal keychains. Now I could finally get one and stop worrying about losing my room key. All that was left was to pick out a design. About half the stand was devoted to different styles of Grand Old Academy branded elephants, but below the herd of pachyderms was an assortment of other cute cartoony animals. Oh, I get to pick! Alright, an elephant, an eagle, a lion, or a turtle. Well, we have a turtle, but it's not a keychain. And I like lions, but I don't know about being a keychain. And the elephant represents the Republican Party, or you take an eagle. This has been the biggest conflict of this whole game. So what animal to pick from a keychain? I knelt down to select the keychain from the bottom row of the display stand. It was in the shape of a swimming sea turtle and it had a bit of a plaintive expression painted on its face. As I held it, I noticed that the metal of one of its front flippers was slightly chipped, but I found this somewhat endearing. To me, that item is worth more than, the ones that aren't chipped. That sounds bad. That's not what I meant. It's just... I'd rather buy the things that I feel like people won't want. Like shirts that, might have a stitch missing or, part of the thing messed up. I mean, because I feel it's going to sit there. No one's going to want it. And I want it. I want things that are unwanted. America, is that you? I jumped slightly as I heard Jeb's voice behind me. I composed myself, turned around, and smiled at him. Hello, Jeb. I was just picking out a keychain to celebrate finishing my first week of classes at the academy. Jeb looked at the keychain I was holding in my hand, and a warm grin spread across his face. A sea turtle. That's my favorite animal, Yes, you mentioned that. Slow and steady, right? That's right. But isn't it a tortoise in that fable, not a sea turtle? The smile on Jeb's face faltered a bit. Is there a difference? Yes, there is. I guess they aren't that different, really. Yes, they are. One is in the ocean, and one is not in the ocean. And if you throw the one that doesn't go in the ocean into the ocean, it will die. I couldn't stand the thought of ruining Jeb's favorite animal for him by pointing out his herpetological misconception. So what are you doing here, Jeb? My brother and father are both alums of Grand Old Academy. They love wearing academy gear, so they asked me to send them some t-shirts. Both of them are kind of heroes around here, especially in the debate club. Maybe it was just my imagination, but Jeb seemed a little uncomfortable talking about this. I sometimes wonder if... Never mind, forget it. Oh, he mentioned it, so ask him what's wrong. What is it, Jeb? No, you're here to celebrate your good week. You don't need me dragging you down. Jeb, you told me I could come to you with my problems, right? It's only fair that you can come to me with yours. Really, what's wrong? Jeb looked down at his feet and took a long, deep breath. Well, sometimes I just have to wonder, do my friends really like me for me? Or are they just being nice to me because of my last name? Do I even have any real friends at all besides Marco? Maybe the only reason they let me into the debate club is because I'm a bush. Whatever. My father and brother were both debate club champions when they went here. I feel like everyone's expecting me to follow in their footsteps. And it always seemed like the obvious thing to do, but I never really stopped to ask myself if that's what I want to do, or just what I think I need to do. Jeb finally looked up from the ground. When our gazes met, I thought for a moment that maybe I saw tears behind his glasses. I like being the RA of Sunshine Dorm. I like helping people, but I'm not so sure if I like being in the debate club, especially when it means getting bullied by... Yay! Here we go. Hello, Jeb. I can't decide on his voice now. Hello, Jeb. Donald! Jeb and I both jumped a bit in surprise. I hadn't even noticed Donald approaching. But now that he was here, it felt like he was filling the room, overpowering it with his commanding aura. Now that I was finally standing next to him, I could see for myself who the man behind the legend really was. The first thing I noticed was his size. I estimated that he was only about an inch taller than Jeb, but with his ramrod carriage contrasted to Jeb's weak posture, the difference seemed greater. Donald was also broad-shouldered and wide stance, making him seem even bigger. And for some reason, my eyes were drawn to his hands. There was no problem there, I could assure you. I just wanted to tell you, Jeb, about the debate last week. What a debate, am I right? Tremendous crowd, tremendous atmosphere. I love the students here, by the way, so welcoming to me. You've been here, 3 years now, Jeb? I transferred in just this year, and already I'm getting more votes, putting up such incredible numbers. Well, I think that... Excuse me. I was saying, Jeb, when you look at what's going on in the academy, all over the campus, the students, and that's what I care about, the students, they want someone who understands them, who debates for them. I know you've got the family, the connections at the academy, which, by the way, not all that great. The legacy of your family, not great. And the people know, they know it's not great, they know. Anyway, I know you can do better next time, alright? Much better. Because you're having a rough night out there, okay? Can we say that? Can we agree? Come on, man. I'm just trying to help you. Don't be nervous. I know you can be better than what you're doing now. With what you're saying, with what you're talking about. Because they're not buying it. The talking that you're saying, they're just not. This is extremely hard to do. Look, the talking isn't winning you the debates. The talking isn't what, and believe me, I understand the talking. I've done the talking greatly with the talking, I know. Just stick with it is all. You're fun to debate with. You're having fun out there, right? Donald patted Jeb on the back and Jeb flinched. That's me. And who have we got here? Oh no, please. Don't pay any attention to me. Donald turned to look at me and I froze up. I felt as if his piercing, icy gaze was shooting through me, pitting me against the far wall. Leave her alone, Donald. Excuse me, Jeb. He disdainfully spat out the word Jeb as if it felt dirty in his mouth. Let her speak for herself, all right? My name is Maury America. I'm a new transfer student. I see. Donald glanced at the keychain I was holding and scoffed. Of course, if it was anything else, if it was a lion or the eagle, it probably would have liked that. Look at that cheap thing where they make that. I tell you, China or Mexico, that's where. Pathetic. I felt my cheeks flush with embarrassment. What a jerk. We can pick to go with Jeb and leave, or to stay with Donald. But I don't want Donald to like me. Because I don't want anyone to like me. They're all old. But the character seemed to want to stay. And Jeb can leave. He doesn't need me to leave. Because I want to continue talking with Donald because the thing is very amusing. Alright. We'll stay. But out of pure curiosity. I've changed my mind, Jeb. You can go, but I think I'll hang out here for a while. Jeb physically recoiled a bit, as if I had just stabbed him in the heart. Fuck! That's okay. That's fine. He's smiling, but there's pain behind the smile and despair in his eyes. I'm sorry, Jeb. I'm so sorry. No, stay, Jeb. We're having such a good time here. Am I right? Are we having a good time here or what? America's having a good time. I'm having a good time. A great time. Are you going to say to me that you're not? So are you really going to say to me that you're not? That you're not having a great time to me? Because that's not what a winner would say, Jeb. Jeb folded his hands in front of him and kept smiling but said nothing. No answer, huh? That's all right. That's fine. Fine. You know what I call that? I'll tell you what, America. I have a name for that, for what Jeb over here has. Low energy. Those two words flew out of Donald's mouth like bullets, and Jeb winced for a moment before returning to a smile as I hit him square in the chest. Right next to where I had stabbed him with my betrayal. I just picking up Like in the last video I said, I was messing up all the relationships, but I'm doing it again. I'm just gonna dig myself in the hole and stay there. Low energy, that's what he has, America. He comes into these debates, he thinks that look, very bad, it's very bad, his attitude. This bad attitude is low energy, not working. We need someone who can make deals. Great deals, big deals. That's what's important, what we've got to do at the school, all over, all the time, making great deals. Vastly great if you want to compete, stay competitive. And low energy, Jeb, you can't do that. You see that, America, right? Well, no, it's fine, America. He's right. I'm not good enough. No, Jeb, don't say that. I have to go now. Jeb turned around quickly and ran out of the store. I thought I could see him wiping tears from his eyes. I hate myself. Donald yelled after him as he left. Get out, out, out. Good riddance, am I right? Why are you so mean to him? What did Jeb ever do to you? Why are you such a bully towards him? Jeb is a loser. And I'm not. Look, I'm not a mean guy, okay? Ask anybody else, my friends. I'll tell you all about my wonderful friends. And I have many, by the way, many friends, not like Jeb, who probably doesn't have any. My friends will tell you I'm a nice guy. I am. I have a wonderful temperament, probably the best temperament in the entire academy. Jeb doesn't have that, all right? He doesn't have the temperament, the stamina, the energy, the strength. The strength. I have the strength. I need to have it. The strength. Need to have it because without the strength, what do I have? Who am I? I'd be Jeb, and I can't be a Jeb, okay? I can't let myself be that. Because Jeb is nothing. He's weak. He can't make the friends or have the successes that I have because I'm not like him, who has none of successes. None. This is who I am because I'm not who he is, and that's why he needs to know and why I need to tell him because I'm telling me too, and everyone has to know. I'm Donald Trump. I'm strong, and I am leader. Donald's breathing heavily after his lengthy tirade, as if he was spent physically and emotionally. I couldn't quite tell through his word salad, but I felt like maybe he had just revealed his inner self to me. I feel sorry for you, Donald. I don't know what I thought I saw in you. Oh, sure, that's... Oh, sure, they're more like you. I don't need you, believe me. I walked away from Donald, not looking back. I paid for my keychain, left the store, and returned to my dorm feeling oddly melancholy. I just hope I could patch things up with Jeb. I hope I can! At night, I replied to my mother's email from yesterday. Better late than never. During the weekend, I didn't have any more encounters with the debate club. I chatted a bit with Peggy when I ran into her at the library, and I saw Newt around campus a few times, but that was it. It was strange. Being removed from all the debate club drama that I had been neck deep in for the past week was relaxing, and yet I missed it. These 7 boys with their wildly different personalities were stirring something in me. I just wasn't sure what. So, America, you've been at the academy for a bit over a week now. How do you think you're adjusting? I'm doing all right. I mean, it's not exactly easy, but I'm getting by my classes, and I think I'm making some friends. Do you really think that you belong here? What? Because you don't. What? This academy cannot hold you. What the fuck? He turned into a sea turtle. Things are falling apart. Can you hear me? What? What did you say? The blood dim tide is loose, and everywhere the ceremony of innocence is drowned. Jeb, what's happening? What the hell? How many drugs is she taking? The best lack all conviction, while the worst are full of passionate intensity. Marco, help! Wow! Oh, it's so cute! I love owls. Surely some revelation is at hand. Surely some second coming is at hand. What the hell's that? It's John. Have I met John? The second coming! Hardly are those words out when a vast image of Spiritus Mundi troubles my sight. Somewhere my sands on the desert to shape with my body in the head of a man. The gaze blank and pitless as the sun. It's moving in slow thighs while all around it real shadows of the indignant desert birds. He's the vulture. The rumors are true. Darkness drops again, but now I know that 20 centuries of stony sleep are vexed to nightmare by a rocking cradle. And what rough beast, its hour come round at last, slashes towards Bethlehem to be born. Ah! It was a dream, thank God. I bolted upright in my bed, covered in a cold sweat, my heart racing. America, what is it? Are you okay? I slowly returned to reality, just a dream. It was only a dream. Yeah, I'm alright. I just had a bad dream. Sorry for waking you, Megan. It's okay. It happens. I dreamed that. Could you save it for the morning? I've kind of got a big day tomorrow. We're having a Fox and Friends meeting right after class end, and I want to be well rested for it. Oh, of course. Sorry. And you've got your second week of classes beginning tomorrow morning. You need sleep too. The moment Megan said sleep, I felt my eyes growing heavy, as if hearing that word was all it took to remind me just how exhausted I was. You're right. Sleep is good. Good night, America. Good. Oh. Good night, Megan. I tossed and turned for the rest of the night, but I mercifully didn't have any more odd prophetic dreams. I woke up the next morning sore and still exhausted. Alright guys, I'm going to end it right there. We finally got to talk to Donald, which is what I wanted to do earlier. But I feel like I might have messed things up with Jeb, which I hope not. I hope we can move forward and, right the wrongdoings, because I feel bad. Jeb was nice to me. But I want to talk to Donald because I wanted to do the voice because I thought it would be fun. And it was. But I hope I didn't ruin our friendship. This game's so comedic. It's so funny. Anyways, thank you so much for tuning in to Chapter 5. And then we'll go into Chapter 6. This is a very long demo. But I like it. I think it's a lot of fun. I'm having fun. So, hope you are too. Alright, see you guys in the next video. Bye.